That's fine.
All right. I reckon, Maria, we'll let them in and you can start whining and dining them and we'll get into it, okay?
All right, let's
just make sure, just in case, that they all, we'll get them to mute everything.
Yes, sir. I'll mute all for now. Ready? Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Look at all of these beautiful students.
What's good?
I can,
What is up, everybody?
Yeah.
I can see
Cool.
names, but not faces. Turn your cameras on, guys. Turn your cameras on.
Somebody's Zoom name
shy.
is Kick Some Butt. Somebody's Zoom name is Kick Some Butt. Literally, that's their Zoom name.
I want to see kick some butts. I want to see kick some butt.
Let's get some faces up in here, team.
Oh yeah, turn those cameras on. Let's see those beautiful PT faces. Let's go, team. We're gonna give it another minute or so because I do see a lot more people joining us. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another epic masterclass. Let's go. We're seeing more faces. That's what I like to see.
And guys, if you don't mind, as you come on, if it doesn't, please mute. You'll get a chance to speak, but just mute.
Yep. Oh, unmute yourself, Dane. Brian. Accidentally muted you guys.
You muted me.
How dare you?
Yo, Kick Some Butt. I love the name, dog. I love it. There we go. I like it.
That's what I said. I like that name.
So guys, if you could, I'd like to start, finding out where you guys are from. So just please post in the chat where you're based, so we can start to kind of gauge where you guys are at, where you're from, where you're joining us from, what time zones you're in. Is it 2 a.m. your time? Is it 6 a.m.? Let us know. Where
in the globe are you joining us from? I'm from Chicago. Dane, where are you at?
I'm in Sydney. Well, actually, I'm an hour north of Sydney, the Central Coast. But if you're not from Sydney or Australia, you're not really going to know. But yeah. Basically, where I'm at, it's nice and warm and 30-degree temperature, and I can work on my tan just sitting outside. So it's good.
Awesome. Hello, everyone joining from around the globe. It is super amazing to have an opportunity like this, to have our students from anywhere across the world joining us for an epic presentation.
Sorry. We've got Cambodia, 4 a.m.
I know. How insane is that?
Fucking Josh, 4 a.m. I love it.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's epic. That is epic. I'm going to give it one more minute because there's study coming in, and then we can start our presentation and our epic conversation today.
And
Thank
actually,
you guys so much.
whilst you guys are coming in, if you guys could also comment if you're currently doing online PT or not, because obviously the whole goal and objective is today is to really help you scale your online business. So just comment in there, yes, yes or no. Like no being you're not doing online PT, yes you are. Yeah, yes, no. Switzerland starting out.
Let's go.
Okay. Yes, I mean, look, obviously. Brian and Cole are going to no. Okay, lots of no's. We like this. We like lots of no's. You guys are in the right fucking place.
Time to fucking learn.
And also for everyone that's saying yes, there's always room for improvement to level the F up, right? So we're going to get our presentation started. If there are any other laggers joining in, they're not going to miss out on much, but we are going to start off our presentation with an introduction. You guys are in for a treat. If anyone isn't familiar with me, my name is Maria Barova, Clean Health Master Coach and WBFF Pro. And today's presentation is going to be tailored to you to help you skyrocket your PT business. And we have the epic crew from PT Domination, Brian, Mark, and Cole de Silva. But before we introduce them, let's do a brief introduction to our very own CEO, Dane McDonald.
Hey guys, nice to see you all here. But you know what? Before I don't think we can start the class unless we get another 10 or 20 different faces on the screens.
Oh,
there's too many names, not enough faces. Think of it like this, guys. If we were at a live event right now, we'd all be there seeing one another, right? So to get the most out of this, we want to be able to interact, engage, and kind of be able to help you a bit more and connect on that level. So don't be shy. We don't bite, even though it might seem like it. But yeah, I was saying to someone the other day, I started this business 15 years ago, coming up in a few months' time. And, back then it was in-person, it was in-person training, in-person gyms. I went from one gym to multiple gyms. And we started doing online coaching back in the day. But to kind of see what Brian and Cole have done in this space, to be honest, it's phenomenal. Like, you guys know me, I don't put my name too much. And I've had lots of different kind of online PT business coaches and things like that come to us over the years, wanting to partner up, wanting to kind of work together. But these guys go above and beyond. In fact, you might have actually seen a lot of stuff on our social media recently changing. A lot of it's actually been, I guess, like motivated from some of the methodologies that Brian and Cole have been putting out, and having it, cross-pollinate in regards to what we're doing in the education space. So it really doesn't matter, like, if you're in education, if you're in online coaching, if you're an online naturopath, whatever it is, like, this stuff works. The guys are here for a reason. So buckle up, sit back, get your pen out, take some notes. It's time to level up your game. We've got Brian and Cole, the two founders. So Brian, Cole, I'll hand it over to you two boys.
Oh yeah.
What's up? Super grateful to have you guys here and honored. I always love doing talks like this. So I know Cole feels the exact same way. My name is Brian Mark. I'm one of the founders here at PIMP Domination alongside my business partner, Cole Silva. You're going to be hearing from both of us today. My specialty, what I really help people do is I really help people dial in their lead generation, their sales systems, etc. And I help you turn interested prospects into paying clients. So PT Domination has been around for the last 5 years. So we're not like some sort of baby business coach that popped out of nowhere. Before we started PT Domination as well, Cole and I also had our own online fitness business from 2014 to 2018. We ended up getting that business to $50,000 a month. We had 8 trainers working for us. And at that point, we were just like, you know what? Like, we don't really want to do like, we're not really passionate about the fitness coaching side of it, but we were really passionate about the business. So PT Domination started in 2018. We've been operating for the last 5 years. We've worked with over 3,500 online fitness coaches. We have over 270 of those coaches who have broken $10,000 a month. We have 11 of our coaches that have broken $100,000 a month, and we focus on getting clients results. So we're known around the industry for being the best at getting our clients results. So that's a little about me. That's a little bit about the PT Domination story. I'm going to be teaching you guys today about lead generation. I'm going to be teaching you guys today about how to book phone calls with interested prospects on your social media. And my boy, Cole Silva, who you're about to hear from, started his Instagram account with literally 200 followers, and he's going to tell you about his social media stats. So that's me, and now to Cole.
We're going to get it popping, guys. I'm super excited. So I'm going to echo what Dane just said. All right. I'm super excited to be here, but turn your fucking camera on. I'm going to be a little savage with you guys today. I'm known as the tough love king. All right. The asshole of the industry. I love y'all, but buckle up today. Bear with me. The reason why I want to tell you to turn your video on first is because I like to say this in our program all the time. If you are not here and present listening, why are you here in the first place? Right? Like, you're here to learn, you're here to expand your knowledge, you're here to get better on social media. And the first thing that I'm going to go over with you guys today is content creation. It's because if you do not create content online, you basically do not exist. All right. And then all the information that you learn from Brian when it comes down to booking calls, getting calls, selling clients, and more is going to literally fall on deaf ears because nobody's going to see you in the first place. Can we all understand that? You guys following me? I'm going to ask you guys to engage a lot here. Now, before we get into it, I want all of you guys to do me a favor. Okay, I do this every single time. So let's get it popping. All right. I want all of you guys to pull out your phones or take a screenshot of this Zoom class right now. All right. Post it up in your Instagram story and tag myself. All right. Can you guys drop the Clean Health Instagram? All right. The Instagrams that you guys want them to tag myself and Brian on your social media right now. We're going to be breaking it down. All right. Show everybody that you are expanding your knowledge, getting better on social media, expanding your knowledge as a coach, and more. I saw a lot of you guys like kind of joining into the game. All right. Kind of starting, not really starting. So I'm super excited to have all this information kind of hit you for the first time today. In PT Domination, we believe in organic content creation. Now, again, we still believe that organic is the king, and obviously paid ads have a place in the industry, but the organic reach that you guys can achieve right now on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and more is astronomical. It's insane. You guys can post a video and reach 10 million people like that if it goes viral. I want you to think about that for a second. All right. Again, we are a Canadian company in tiny ass Kelowna and have now collaborated and had a partnership with Clean Health all the way in Sydney, Australia. Like, think about the reach of that for a second. How insane that collaboration is when it actually comes down to it. The reason I want you guys to think about that.
Can I second?
Go ahead, bro.
Like, you guys might know, like, we've got partnerships with companies like FLG, which are multi-$100 million businesses, BFT. These are big private equity backed, businesses that spend a shit ton of money into paid ads and things like that. Then all of a sudden we've had Brian and Cole come on the radar who are literally doing it with nothing and just doing it with content. So that's why I just said, like, put your social handles in the chat below so that we can pimp your account later on today. Like, seconding what you guys are saying, like, organic is the way to go. Like, if I was working as an online coach these days, I'd be out there every day following the advice of what these guys are putting out because it works.
Yeah, 100%. Like, It blows my mind. One post can help you reach millions and millions of people. Guys, to give you an idea, Brian and myself both have a podcast. Now, Brian's is the king of the industry. He's been doing it for 5 years, but even mine, the small one that I have, I get around 20 to 25,000 downloads a month. And I'm reaching people, like I'm the top 5 trending podcast in Nigeria. All right. Like in Qatar, places I've never even fucking heard before. Like you guys got to understand that the reach you can have now is insane. So why should you listen to me? Why should you actually turn your camera on and pay attention to me for a minute? I'm just going to show you guys my social media. When it comes down to organic content online, I'm the king, period. All right. I know I am. I'm cocky with it. I love you guys. I will teach you. This is what I thrive with. This is what I enjoy talking about. My TikTok is about to hit 1 million followers. I have a 10% engagement radius, which is very high. If you guys don't understand that when it comes down to organic content creation. On Instagram, I'm sitting around 177,000, and I'm actually restricted from a lot because again, I'm very raw in my delivery. I say a lot of things that don't rub people the right way, but I still average anywhere from 20 to 110,000 views per video. All right. So everything that I'm going to be breaking down for you guys today is from practice. All right. Brian talked about how we're not a baby company. We didn't just pop out of nowhere. Well, I want to echo that. And I also want to say that everything that Brian and myself will teach you guys and walk you guys through is done before. We've done it. We're not going to take theory online and then regurgitate it to you. Everything that I'm going to talk about right now in content creation is stuff that I have done. And I'm actually going to show you guys an example of one of our coaches that are slaying it right now. Absolutely slaying it. She's making around $50,000 a month organically, consistently. And her TikTok is exploding, utilizing the same things that we're going to be walking through today. All right. If you guys are ready for this stuff, drop the fire emoji in the chat box and we're going to get it popping. I want to see at least 20 fire emojis before I go on. So let's go. All right. Somebody just typed up fire. That works too. Oh, that was Brian. I was like, I like it. All right. Good. Let's see it. Boom. There's one. Come on. Blast it. Be here. Again, you might not have your video on, but I told you guys to be here. You're here to learn. All right. If you got me in the corner, you guys aren't paying attention. You're not actually going to be able to grip on anything. There we go. I'm seeing it. Perfect.
You've got to sit at the front of the class. Sit at the front of the class. Be
active learning is active listening, y'all.
Be a fucking nerd.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, there are 3 pillars. All right, that will help cement you as an authority online. 3 pillars to content creation. I want to hit on them very, very quickly. As I say the pillars, number 1, 2, and 3, I want you to write them in the chat box as well and put it in your notes if you have a notepad. All right. Number 1, the first pillar is value. Value content. Value content is content that individuals can absorb and see results with before hiring you as a coach. I'm going to say that again. Value content is content that individuals can see results with and absorb before they hire you as a coach. And some of you guys might be surprised that we are recommending that you produce content that people are not paying you for, that they could see results with. But at the end of the day, it's because right off the bat, you guys need to understand that you are not deserved money from other people just because you're certified. And this is a big disconnect that we see in the fitness industry. They get certified. You guys go to Clean Health, you get certified. You're like, yeah, I'm a coach. You put coach in your bio. Then you sit there and twiddle your thumbs on social media, wondering why you're not making tens of thousands of dollars. Right? It happens all the time. So we need to give individuals a reason to pay us in the first place. We do that through giving them value. It's the law of reciprocity. All right. If you give something, people feel obligated to give you something back. If you guys started making content right now, and someone was able to lose 15 pounds without even hiring you as a coach and paying you, don't you think they'd want to pay you more money to change their life? Right? Yeah. If you guys go to Brian's podcast and you listen to what he says and you make $5,000 in your online coaching business, aren't you going to want to give him more money to make 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000? It's a law. It happens. This is normal. It happens every single day. All right. Number 2, the second pillar is proof. Write it down. Proof is simple. All right. You need to be able to get people results and you need to share it on your social media. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that you could do this when communicating with your clients and communicating with your social media to make it seem organic. But at the end of the day, proof is very simple. I recommend all of you guys should obviously be walking the walk, because if you are a fit trainer, you are also a successful trainer, period. All right. If you are putting in the work, it's going to be easier to trust you because you're actually doing the stuff that you say you're doing. Just like I said at the beginning of this breakdown, everything that we're going to teach you today is something that Brian and myself have done, right? We are proof in the results that we're able to give because we've done it before, and it will cement you as an authority. If you guys go to somebody's page, all right, like a DIY body, I'm actually going to pull it up right now because it'll take me 30 seconds for you. DIY body is actually the business page to one of our mastermind coaches and our clients. And when you guys go to his page, this is what you see. DIY Body, right here, voted 2022 best fitness program and nutritionist in his city of Kamloops. And when you scroll, it's just a walking billboard of all the results he can get.
It looks like a clean health coach.
Yeah.
He is a clean health coach.
He is a clean health coach. And Cole, I'm going to take over the screen share for 1 sec.
Okay.
Check this
Go
out.
ahead.
I'm going to
We'll
show you guys
that.
this. DIY Body. This is how much he's made so far in February. $87,000 so far in February. He's also been with us for 4 years, mind you, but $87,000 so far in February 1st to today, 87K. But it's because of social proof.
Now I want to touch on that for a second. All right. Because he definitely is a clean health coach. He's actually done, if I'm not mistaken, 5 of your courses, Dane.
Okay.
We didn't even know that until we did the partnership. And he's like, oh yeah, clean health. Fucking right.
but like looking at that wall, like that's people ask me, how did I build up the brand? It was from that. Like I used to coach the Lauren Simpsons of this or that. And that was what our social media profile used to look like when we were coaching people. It was before and after.
It, man.
You don't need much more else than that, right?
No, it changes the game.
That's number one. That's number one.
Yeah.
Proof is the king. Like when it comes down to value and connection, guys, you can get a lot of views and you can get a lot of followers. But if you could show individuals that you actually know what you're talking about, it changes everything across the board. And again, I just want to put that in perspective because I feel like it almost seems unbelievable to a lot of people who don't know what's going on in this game. But I want to repeat myself and Brian. Don, our coach, DIY Body, has made $80,000+ in 6 days of February. I want you guys to let that sink in organically. And also, he has 7,000 followers.
7,000.
That's it. That's literally it. And by the way, he actually gained 2,000 of those followers in the last 2 days because an influencer shouted him out for getting her the body that she wanted. Like, this is the power of organic social media. And this is why you guys need to be working with these 3 pillars. The third pillar,
just on that point, if you guys haven't, make sure you're liking and sharing everything that we're doing today as well. Let's all drive each other's socials engagement up right now together, right?
Yes. We want to be able to see your guys' stuff. One of the main things that I love doing is looking at people's profiles and helping them improve. It's legit like the main thing I focus on in the academy, in our mastermind, in our 5K groups. It's the best thing ever. Content creation.
Hey, if we have some time later, we will do that series like Dane mentioned at the beginning of Pimp My IG. You know, we're going to pull up your apps, so make sure you drop them in the chat.
It's gonna pimp it. Right?
Hell yeah. I like that. We'll definitely.
You guys might not like the feedback, but you're going to love the results.
It's going to be very brutal. Very fucking brutal. I'm very honest. All right. Last but not least, guys, is the connection. Write this down. Third pillar is connection. I'm looking at you motherfuckers. Okay. Drop in the comments below. I see you. Okay. This is where a lot of online fitness coaches and business mentors go wrong. I'm gonna be straight. A lot of you guys are one-dimensional as shit. You only post one thing and nobody knows who you are. They think that you guys are just running a business, and because you're running a business, you should never share anything about yourself. And this could not be further from the truth. And if any coach or any business person has told you that you should not share your personal experiences or anything about you in the past, they are fucking wrong. Period. Guys, I want to know about you. Like, this is the true, real shit. You guys are talking to individuals, human beings on social media. If you are a parent looking to help moms with their fitness goals, don't you think it would be beneficial to show that you're a fucking parent on your social media?
Talking about some of the struggles of raising kids.
That is proof. You guys don't understand this, but I'm going to make sure that you really do in this statement. All of you, every person who is into fitness, by the way, put up your hand. If you're going to the gym every day, I want to see it. Okay. You are seen as a robot. We are different than regular life people. No joke. Fitness influencers, coaches, enthusiasts, and more are seen as robots. We never miss meals. We always go to the gym. We always get a certain amount of sleep in. We do the same shit every day, especially if you eat the same food every day. You're just an alien. Nobody does that shit. Apparently it's super weird, right? So you guys need to humanize yourselves. You humanize yourselves by talking about your stories, your experiences, your families, all right? Your pain. Vulnerability breeds relatability. I want all of you guys to drop that in the chat box for me right now. Vulnerability breeds relatability. I didn't grow a following to almost 1 million followers by not showing and talking about who I am. Guys, I used to have a Percocet addiction. 8 years ago, I beat my Percocet addiction and I changed my entire life around. I went from living in a studio apartment, broke as shit, super in debt, to now running a 7-figure business, helping other individuals embrace their dreams. Sharing that has helped me build an authority online because vulnerability breeds relatability. People then now see my transformation story. Everybody make sense? You with me?
Yes, sir.
And I think it's it's part of just being authentic, right?
Yep.
And just
your
being
authentic
real.
self.
You're a real human being with real fucking problems. And I think Instagram is a highlight reel that makes us all feel like if we're not perfect like everybody else, then we're doing something wrong. Well, that's why we need to be the difference and actually show the real and raw, the shitty days, the mistakes and everything like that. And nobody is perfect. Absolutely nobody.
No one. 100%. So be fucking vulnerable, guys. I know it's scary to share your story. You also might think, well, Cole, I didn't have a drug addiction. My life is boring. You understand pain, though. I'm going to say a statement that's been really hitting with our coaching community. I'm going to make sure that I define it for you guys. Who thinks love is a universal language? Curious. Anybody? Because this is apparently what it is. It's not. Absolutely not. You know why? Because even kids are dropped off at a foster care home and they have no idea what true love is. But pain is a universal language because we all understand what pain feels like emotionally and physically, whether it's down to stubbing your toe, breaking an arm, or going through the most brutal breakup in your entire life. We all understand what pain is. We don't understand what love is. And this is why you guys need to share what your pains are, what you've been through, the things that you've experienced. Okay. So today we're going to talk about script writing. And the reason why is because short form video is king right now, period. I don't care what anybody tells you, unless they got a bigger following than me. This is the cockiness in me. I don't want to hear it, okay? You see, even though Instagram is pushing photos back into the algorithm because they realized, oh my God, we fucked up and we're losing massive creators like Peter McKinnon and more because we're not pushing photos, short form video is still the king. And it's because not only is it hitting that dopamine response in people's minds, but it is versatile over every platform. I want you guys to think about this. Where can you post your written content? All right, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, not a lot of others. Short form video is trending on Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube Shorts, Snapchat, and more. And the same video, one video could go viral everywhere. I've done it on every single platform. So one video that took me 30 seconds to make can reach 10 plus million individuals because it went viral across multiple platforms. This is why we need to understand script writing. This is why we need to understand this concept. So you guys already got the 3 pillars, value, proof, and connection. You understand that. We'll dive into that in the future. But in order to create a piece of content that goes viral, and I'm going to use quotes here because virality is not the goal. Impact is, but I'm going to still break it down. All right, still break it down. When it comes down to, but in order to create a piece of content that goes viral and impacts those people, we need to do a few things first. Okay. We need to do a few things first. All right. We need to first understand how to speak to individuals online. We first need to understand how to explain what we've been through storytelling online. So I want all of you guys to write this down. I'm going to drop in the chat box as well. So you guys just have it because this is the framework. This is the entire breakdown of written and video pieces of content. Pain, problem, solution, and vision. Okay? Pain, problem, solution, and vision. You see, again, I talked to you guys about my addiction. I did not mean that you need to go through something traumatizing like that. I mean, everybody's can relate to some sort of pain. You see, there's a lot of individuals that deal with body dysmorphia. That's a huge pain. You guys might not think it is because you're in the fitness industry, but that's a pain a lot of women and a lot of men that can relate to.
Eating disorders. Another one.
Disorders, exactly. Right? Like anything that you guys have experienced that has messed with your mental health in the past, you need to understand that there's probably people on this planet. There is people on this planet that would be able to relate to you, and you, all of you right now. I want you to look at me. I'm pointing into your soul. You have the power to save someone's life through fitness. I want that to really sink in. There are people that look in the mirror every day and fucking hate themselves to the degree of very deep shit. And you, by helping them lose 20 pounds so they feel better in their skin, could save their life. This is why I'm so passionate about creating content around fitness.
Hey, Cole, is there like a practical example maybe you could show us of the pain, problem, solution, and vision in action on social?
Yeah.
Yes, there is. I'm actually going to go into that and break it all down for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So first I want to talk about it, and then I'm going to show you guys 3 different videos breaking down the 3 different types of content, trends, etc., to help you get views and more. Okay. First off, pain. All right. When it comes down to starting your video or a written post, you're going to be talking about the pain that is happening in the story, in their life, what they've been going through, i.e., let's say it's about eating disorders, all right, or binge eating. If you're consistently binge eating, I know what you're going through. If you're consistently binge eating, I know that it could be detrimental to your health. You want to address the pain. All right. Bring it up right away. Why? Because not only is it a pattern interrupt, but it joins the conversation in their head. Remember that sentence. Then we go into the problem that has been holding them back. All right. I know you've been dealing with the eating disorder, but let's be real. If you're struggling with binge eating candy, we probably shouldn't have candy in your house. Right? The problem is that they're surrounding themselves with a negative environment that is primed for them to fail. So we need to address that secondly. The solution, throw out the candy. Again, obviously I'm being very simple here, guys, because I want to make sure that I break it down for you, but you know the direction I'm going here. And the vision, you got to throw out the candy because I know you want to hit that dream body, and we can't do that until you change your environment. Does this all make sense so far?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people nodding their heads. Good. I want to make sure. You guys are still on the same page with me. When it comes down to it, I'm actually going to break down 2 video scripts for you guys and explain them in a second here. So keep with me. The reason why we want to go through this is because the wording is about joining the conversation in their head and then finishing their actual sentences. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And I'm gonna politely go in on a couple of you PTs in here, because a lot of you guys are only talking to other PTs, and it's because you're scared of being called out by a PT with more experience than you. Who here, and you could say me in the chat box or no if you don't have your video on, or you can just put your hand up if you're with me. Be honest, vulnerability here. Who here gets intimidated by sharing their opinion because they don't know who's going to call them out online? I'm seeing some people put their hands up. You can say me or no in the chat, because I know
Don't
there's
be
a lot
afraid
of
to get
PTs.
canceled. I know it's
Right.
cancel culture out there, but don't be afraid, okay?
Right? Not anymore. Me, yup, agreed. I know a lot of PTs, guys. There might be a lot of you in here that are extremely knowledgeable, and you don't share your opinion or knowledge around nutrition because you're scared of a more knowledgeable or more accredited coach calling you out. And if you say you don't care what other people think, if I go to your social media, you better have a lot of posts and opinions shared. That's literally my entire breakdown there. Why are you calling me out? Because I see you. All right. I see this every day. That's why I'm calling you out. So you got to push through it. You see, there's a lot of knowledge around nutrition and training out there, but at the end of the day, you need to create for the individual on the other side of the screen and not for the PT that's in the classroom beside you. All right. This is the disconnect that we see on a continual basis. And what I mean by that is you guys should not be utilizing, and I would suggest not to utilize, scientific terms that explain how to properly execute a bicep curl. You do not need to utilize, and you should not be utilizing, scientific terms to explain what calories in versus calories out yet. Why? Because most people are just trying to target a little bit of fat and to lose that belly, lose those love handles, fix their bingo arms, as a lot of people like to fucking utilize. I don't know if that's an Australian term, but it's a Western term. So there you guys go. You learned something new today. The reason why we are breaking this down, the reason why we're going over it, is because you need to start, again, joining the conversation in their head and then finishing their sentences. I actually want the crew up here, Dane, Maria, Brian, to answer this question for me. When you guys go get your oil changed, do you ask the person to walk you through what they're doing to your car?
No.
No,
Dane?
definitely not.
Okay. Do you know what they're doing under your car?
No.
Exactly. Because you don't give a fuck. You just want the fucking oil changed. This is literally the breakdown. A lot of you guys are targeting individuals that just want to lose 10, 20, 50, 30 pounds. They don't care what is going on in their body. They just want you to help them lose the weight. All right. You guys don't want to hear a full in-depth instructional breakdown on how they went under your car, loosened the oil filter, drained it, cleaned it, put a new oil filter in, and sealed the cap. I know how oils work because I've done it before, but it doesn't mean I need to explain it to the individual that I'm helping. Makes sense?
Yes.
When it comes down to this, guys, and if you do have individuals that want to know this information, you can teach them. But when it comes down to the masses, unless you're going to be another Lane Norton, which I love, you guys should be embracing something I like to call the 3S method: short, sexy, and straight to the point.
Yes.
There's a thing just to add to that. Like I used to see it so much back in the day, people overcoaching.
Yeah.
You know, and they're doing it from a place of trying to make themselves feel better about potentially their knowledge. But to your point, your clients don't give a fuck. All they care about is right now they're not in shape and they feel crap about themselves, and how you can take them from their current state to their desired state, that dream state. You know, this is their problem. Give them the solution. They don't care about what's in between.
100%. And 100%. And I know that there's some of you coaches in here, all right? And I'm gonna talk to you right now. There's some of you guys that are like, I don't want to fucking do that. I want to create content like Lane. Awesome. Do it. I like that. That's super cool. If you have the knowledge to be able to actually sit down and dissect a bunch of different theories and everything else that's going on in the fitness industry, I love that. However, you also need to understand that that content is most likely not going to go viral because nobody knows who the fuck you are. All right. You haven't.
And that's a much lengthier process. Like, obviously, Lane's a great example in terms of like commitment to the top 0.1% of the industry per se. But unless you want to spend literally almost a decade studying, you're not going to reach that level. And to be honest, these days with like the certification programs and different stuff that, you know, it's not just us, other businesses offer as well. Like, you can obtain 70% of that information and then just start applying that and getting results and scaling your business. 100%. You don't have to wait as long as Lane did, for example, because Lane, he's open about it. The first 5, 6, 7 years, he wasn't earning big money.
No,
100%. And that's why I wanted to break that down. Like, I see so many of you guys with so much amazing knowledge, and you could be helping so many people, but because you refuse to adapt to today's day and age on social media, you struggle. And then you can't help people, which I know what your end goal is. Like, utilize that knowledge while they're in your program. You do not need to sit down and break down a very in-depth scientific post on how this all works. It's all about what I just dropped in the chat. Join the conversation in their head, then finish their sentence. Join the conversation in their head and then finish their sentence. Example, if an individual is consistently talking about how they hate their love handles, all right, then create a piece of content that actually joins the conversation in their head. Do not say, if you're struggling with weight loss and you would like to lose it, do X, Y, Z. That doesn't join anybody's conversation. They didn't say they were dealing with weight loss. They said, I want to lose my love handles. Now, what would I break down for that? You would say something along the lines of this. If every time you look in the mirror, you cringe because you hate the way you hate the way your love handles look and they're hanging over your fucking pants, then cut out the excuses to start tracking your food. What's more frustrating, spending 15 minutes on the weekend to weigh out your food on a food scale, or replacing your clothing every 3 months because you keep gaining weight? Very simple. Joins the conversation in their head. Bitch slaps them across the fucking mouth, right? Exactly. Second one, you guys see what I did there? All right, I took the conversation that people are actually fucking saying, I want to lose my love handles, I keep buying new clothes, I hate the way I look, actual words, and I'm fishing it back to them, giving it back to them. All right. You can also do it with actionable value, and you can break it down. All right. If every time you look in the mirror, you cringe because you hate the way your love handles fucking look and hang over your pants, do these 3 things to help you drop 15 pounds in the next 90 days, and then give them 3 actionable steps. Bang, bang, bang. But I'm starting the post with pain. All right. Rolling through problem and giving them the solution to paint into their vision. Does everybody get that? Drop a fire emoji if you're with me and you're understanding. If you're confused, we'll go over it in a bit. I want to make sure this is good to go. At the end of the day, what I'm doing is I'm taking them on a walk. All right. I'm going to walk you guys through this in a second, but I'm taking them on a walk. Your page is about the 3 pillars. What I just said was part of the value one. But then your page also has proof and connection to help them fucking get bought into you as an individual. All right. If every time you look in the mirror because you hate the way your love handles fucking hang over your pants, do these 3 things to help you drop 15 pounds in the next 90 days. They're going to hear the beginning of that. It's going to bitch slap them. Right. They're gonna be like, oh my God, he's talking to me. And then they're going to be like, oh, he's teaching me. And then they're going to listen and be like, oh, thank you. And if you actually give them information that they can understand, instead of talking about caloric values, caloric surpluses, and more, they're going to be able to see results without you. Write it down. Short, sexy, straight to the point. This is my triple S method.
Yeah, I also want to jump in here, guys. And a lot of you think that you're giving value, but I want you to really understand this. Unless your content is so valuable that people could use it and get results without even having a conversation with you, it's not valuable.
Exactly. Period.
Very good.
One of my friends made a post the other day, Cole, and it was like, Dakota, he said, if you give them the sauce, they're going to hire you to cook it for them.
Yeah.
If you give them the sauce, they're going to hire you to cook it for them.
Yeah, that's literally it. That is the entire point of all of it, guys. All right. We can all make our own fucking food, but we go to a restaurant to get somebody else to make it for us because it's easier and we like convenience in this life. Okay. This is the main thing you need to break down. So again, write it down in the comments or in your notebook. Short, sexy, straight to the point. This is my triple S method. All right. Number one, I named it that because of how short and sexy I am, but also because it helps you create fucking views online and it helps you grow. Okay. Let's be real. This is a type of content that I never want to see any individual doing ever again. How many people we got here? 106. I'm going to make it my goal to track as many of your social medias as I possibly can. And if I see you create a piece of content like this, I'm going to call you out in the comments. Okay. So buckle
Cole,
up.
Just on that, like practically translating, like what's your idea of short for a reel? How long should a reel be these days? Like what is your thought process there?
So when I say short, I don't mean short in time span. I mean short in explanation. Because the length of the video does not matter. What you say does. Okay.
Yeah.
The length of the video does not matter. What you say does. There's a lot of gurus out there that will tell you 7 seconds is the fucking magic number. Fuck off. It's not. Okay. They have no idea what they're talking about. What they do is they create sounds with a viral trend and then they get a bunch of views and then they make money off of selling you guys on how they can grow your Instagram. That's it. Okay. What you need to do is you need to take a concept and say more with less. All right. That's the short part. The sexy part is stop utilizing terminology that they do not understand. Join the conversation in their head and finish their sentence. And straight to the point, I usually just throw that one in there because everybody, again, they over-explain. They tend to try to sound smarter than they are because they're scared of another PT seeing it and then dissecting what they're saying is wrong. But you're not creating for the fucking PTs. You're creating for the individuals that need you. Correct.
I also wanted to add to, like, as a PT, and especially if you're leveling up your education and knowledge, if you are able to explain it to a 5th grader, that means you know it well enough to do so. And I think that's my rule of thumb for any sort of education. You got to explain it to a 5th grader. And if they can understand it, your client will be able to understand it because you know that you encounter people, especially in Gen population, who come to you with the basic things that they don't know the basics of energy expenditure, this, right? So there's no need to go super scientific if your niche is not PTs and coaches. It's general population.
And
also,
on that point,
I'm going to correct that. 1 second, Dave. 1 second. I got to correct that. That's not basic. Energy expenditure is basic for us, guys. You say that to somebody on the street, they're going to slap you. They're going to be, what the fuck did you just say to me? Right? Like, it's basic to us, but it's not basic to the masses. And we need to start changing that theory. Go ahead, Dave.
That's what I meant. Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, post in the comments, guys, what niche you're working with. Gen Pop,
I want to see
athletes. Is it fat loss? Is it, like start thinking like based off what Cole's been saying, like what is your niche? How would you pitch them? Let's start like, okay, so Christina, you put Gen Pop. Like what demographic of Gen Pop? Is it Gen Pop 25 to 35-year-old young mums? Is it corporate executives 35 to 45-year-old men? Like let's get specific in that as we go through this so we can learn a bit more throughout the program.
Yes, 100%. And I saw a couple other questions. I'm going to hit this before I keep going here. A lot of you guys like, should I be specific to one individual? The reason why you want to get as specific as possible is because no matter what, if you are extremely specific with, let's say, busy moms between the age of 27 and 39 who are dealing with XYZ, and you create content for them, others will still come. But it makes the content creation process easier for you because you know everything about that fucking niche top and down. It also makes it easier for the prospects to understand who you're talking to, and others will still come to you. So when you say Gen Pop, not good enough.
No.
Like, do you want to build a $10,000 business or do you want to make 3K in this game? Like, and this is just the straight truth with it. If you're talking to Gen Pop, you're talking to 8 billion people on this planet.
And that's where it shifted the last few years. Like I remember when, Mark Carroll was our head coach and we kind of launched the Gen Pop guidebooks and all that. And we were positioning it to Gen Pop. Like 4 or 5 years ago, Gen Pop was a very broad term that was quite new and like you could get away with it. Now you can't get away with just saying you work with Gen Pop. Like, what the fuck does that mean? It needs
well, the way that I look at it is let's say you're looking at Gen Pop, and guys, this is the sad truth about this. Okay. When it comes down to online coaching, right? Sad truth is the terminology I'm using right now. Comes down to online coaching. As much as all of you guys are in here to learn as a team and you want to grow as a clean health, you're also everybody's competition. All right. So if you work as Gen Pop, all right, that means you're competing with the coach that we just talked about, DIY Body, and what's going to make them hire you with no experience versus DIY Body who has all those transformations on their page. Right. So this is why you've got to get targeted in, very, very calculated. Now, coming back to it, I said this, and I'm going to say it again one more time. I don't want to see any of you guys creating content like this. If you're eating less than 1,200 calories, you need to stop that shit. That content is horrible. Why? Because nobody knows what the fucking calorie is. Again, I just asked the 3 amazing people up here how their oil has changed. And they're like, I don't fucking know. You go to a regular individual that's joining your program to lose weight, and you're like, well, how many calories are you eating? And they just throw a random fucking number at you because they have no idea. So you're saying, stop eating less than 1,200 calories. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what that means. And then you're like, well, why is this content not hitting? Well, because again, you're not joining the conversation in their head. So again, as an example, instead of being like, if you're a busy mom eating less than 1,200 calories, because they don't know what the fuck that means, say, as a mom, you need to be eating more than your 7-year-old child. Coffee is not going to sustain you. Changes the whole conversation. Then you guys see what I'm doing there? Join in the combo, not talking to PTs. This matters because what ends up happening when you guys confuse people? Anybody know the answer to that? If people come to your page and you confuse them, what happens? They leave. They piece the fuck out. It's like when you guys have walked into a car dealership or a regular retail store and you're like, where the fuck is the clerk at, yo? And you're ringing the bell. You're like, what's going on? You guys all know what I'm talking about. And then you're like, oh, okay, all right, like whatever, like what's happening? Then you just leave. You're like, well, I'll just go somewhere else. This is the same thing with your social media. If somebody comes to your social media and then instantly they just get overwhelmed with scientific information, you're probably just going to peace out and go to somebody else. All right. You need to get calculated in the individuals you're talking to. Now, here's a couple of video examples. All right. I'm going to walk you through one of our clients, Megan. All right. She is absolutely slaying it. So her name is Megan Nunez. She's making around $50,000 a month. I think she just hit 48,000 organically. Correct, Brian?
Bam.
There we go. Correct. Slaying it. All right. And this girl has literally taken the concept of creating in-depth actionable value through trends, through regular content and connection value to the next level. All right. So I want to show you guys a couple different videos that she's done on TikTok because I could show you mine. But again, mine is a lot of the mindset breakdowns, et cetera. And I want to give you guys the painted version of everything here. So when it comes down to this, it's all about understanding your pillars. All right. When it comes down to these videos, you need to understand actionable value, relatability through connection, and proof across the board. Proof, very simple. Just going to show you Don again. Okay. There you go. Fucking proof. Okay. Post testimonial photos. On top of this, you can also post reviews. Don has a review thing up on Google and he's got hundreds of these fucking things. He actually hasn't updated this, but he's got over 200 reviews right now that are 5-star ratings for his business. He's set up with proof. So it just takes over the game with that. All right. When it comes down to this, should there be a ratio between these 3 posts? I would balance it out. All right. I would do 1 proof post a week, 2 value, 2 connection. All right.
And
now again,
I'm also going to say put social proof on your stories every fucking day, all day, every day. As much
your story,
as possible.
Think about a daily vlog. You show everything on there. That's another reason why I was like, guys, screenshot this, post it on your story because we show everything. We show it all.
Hey, and if you haven't taken a picture of us, our beautiful faces, and put it up on IG, do so right now. And don't forget to tag us. All right. Because we will shout you out. We will connect with you. We do chat with you. We're not robot humans that don't connect back. Okay. So make sure you tag Clean Health, Dane, myself, Cole, and Brian.
Yes, 100%. Layla, what if I don't have many transformations? Again, be the proof. Show your own transformation. Show screenshots of their wins. Show them eating their food. Show them hitting the workouts. Again, show everything, guys. Proof is walking the walk. Think about walking the walk with your clients. You do not need photos and videos always. It could be anything that shows them walking the walk or you walking the walk. Okay. Cool. Next style of content I'm going to show you guys is very simple. This is a more of like a joining the conversation in their head by giving them a explanation. Now, this one doesn't have a slapping hook, but the reason why I chose this is because Megan's content is extremely deep. And I'm going to show you the deep one after this piece to show you why this one hit. All right. I'm just going to share with sound to make sure that you guys can see all this right now. She's going to be stacked, bro. She's going to be so excited that I'm showing her content right now. It's not even funny.
She loves it.
So amped after this shit.
I'm going to text her right now. Actually, I'm going to tell.
Dude, text her, show her. She'll be super excited. The ratio is very simple, guys. Okay. 1 proof, but proof on your story all day. So 1 on your feed, to connection to value. The to connection posts sharing your story should be related back to fitness. Now, this does not mean I struggle with an eating disorder. Here's 9 paragraphs on how I fixed it. No, sit in the pain a little bit. Talk about your experience, talk about your story, then transition to giving them a little lesson breakdown. Okay, let's go into this one.
Here are 3 things I wish I knew when I first started my weight loss journey. My name is Megan. I'm a fitness and nutrition coach, and I will give you guys all the deets so you don't have to go through the same mistakes, sis.
So first off, I want to hit the hook. Not a crazy slapping hook at the very beginning, but because of how deep her content already is, which you guys will see in a second, people are bought into who Megan is. Then she also says, I'm showing this because I don't want you to make the same mistakes as me. She is a walking proof billboard for her business. She's fit, she's athletic, she works on herself. So when people literally hear her say, so you don't have to make the same mistakes as me, they're like, oh, I want to look like her. I better watch so I don't fuck up like I already have been. Make sense? Give me a thumbs up if it does. I mean, I've seen a lot more faces, by the way. I like this. Thank you guys for turning on your videos. Let's go, keep going.
First is thinking more workout days equals faster results. The reality is everyone's schedule is going to be different. You have to figure out what works best for you. And it's not about how many days you work out. It's about how intentional you are with each rep that you put in with your workouts. Make sure that you're challenging yourself.
Cole, can you pause the video for a sec?
Yep.
Guys, something I want you to pay attention to is Megan is a very intentional person, and she is literally doing regular life things while she's doing the video because it appears more organic. Instead of just sitting at the camera and being like, here are 3 things that you need right now to accomplish your goals. Thing number 1, right? It's like, she's literally like playing with her pre-workout. It like looks organic. It's like a natural feel.
Yep, 100%. And also she joined the conversation in their head right away. All right, talking about going to the gym like way too much, too often, not matching your schedule and more. Join the conversation in their head right away. Okay. Don't worry about the hashtags. Ignore them. Me and her are going to be fucking talking about her hashtags in the future. You do not need hashtags for your account, period. Okay. Fuck all hashtags. Just put that in your mind, Paul. I got you, bro.
A person that's
put that in the chat box. Fuck hashtag.
Yeah, fuck hashtags. Everybody drop that below. Fuck hashtags.
And shitty reps is not going to outwork the person that's working out 3 days a week that you put in with your workouts. Make sure that you're challenging yourself and doing it with proper form. A person that's working out 5 days a week and putting in shitty reps is not going to outwork the person that's working out 3 days a week, but putting in chef's kiss type of reps. Quality.
Be yourself. I'm going to say this again. You guys see her personality coming through the screen? A lot of you guys look like fucking robots. This is just the truth. And I love all of you, but you look like robots. You sit in front of the screen, you hold up your phone, and then you create content because you're so like nervous about it. One of the reasons why we tell you guys to utilize your story like a daily vlog is because it gets you comfortable. It gets you comfortable on camera. Guys, I used to be an awkward fuck on camera. I'm not even joking. I used to walk down the street, go live on Facebook 9 times in a row. Delete, start, delete, start, delete, start. Because I was so nervous about what people thought of me. And then it just flip switch. And I was like, you know what? Like, people are going to hate me regardless. So why don't I just be myself? I'm going to swear now. If I stutter, I stutter. I don't care. If I mess up, I mess up. I'm going to be me. Add your personality in. Very, very important. Okay?
Quality over quantity, and yeah, be consistent with your routine too. I'm making a mess.
See, stops halfway through, just like Brian was saying. Again, being yourself. Oh my God, I'm making a mess. It does not need to be a scripted, intense piece of content, guys. You just got to play around with it. All right.
Restrictive diet.
Yeah, I'm actually curious about that too, Dane. I'm glad you dropped that in the chat box. Hands up, say me in the chat box if you guys have deleted your content after posting it because you don't like how you look.
Yeah.
Or how you sound. Or how you sound.
You know, going for the angle, the fucking this to that. Come on, let's be honest. We've all done it.
Yeah, stop it. Okay,
Yeah,
no more. No more fucking deleting your shit. Just put it out and deal with it. All right. We don't all look perfect all the fucking time. I am 5'1", Brian's 5'5". All right, we're gonna look short in all the content that we create.
Yeah, right, bro.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm fucking 6 foot tall stallion. Right.
You sound like me, brother.
Right? That's how it is. You guys just got to be yourselves. All right. People relate to vulnerability, who you actually are. So be open.
Diets don't fucking work. Do you want to know how much of a percentage of people actually fail doing fad diets, like cutting out carbs, cutting out junk food, cutting out the food that they love? Do you want to know how big that percentage is? 90%. 90% of people lose their weight and gain it back. Start eating 80-20. 80% healthy, 20% fun. You can still have the fun food that you...
So you guys get that? All right, I'm going to move on to the next video because I want that one to hit. But very simple. She's joining the conversation in their head. She's not fucking around. She's not using scientific terms. She's getting to the point. All right, getting to the point. This is the entire concept of it. Next little breakdown here. This is a trend. Now, even though I don't really fuck with trends because it's not my deal, she did it. She did an amazing job. It's also related to her niche. Okay, listen.
Pass, pass, pass. Smash. Fucking Christ.
So again, simple, but it's around protein bars, which is giving her clients value because she's like, these are ones that I would recommend. These are ones I wouldn't recommend. People are being able to grip onto it. She's also relating to it. All right. Because she's sharing her own fucking preferences. Very simple. Last piece of content I want to share with you guys is a very deep connection one. Okay. It's 40 seconds. Buckle, bear with me here. I'm going to share it in the chat box as well. Because she does this style of content, she's able to do the trends and the other ones talking about her relatability personally because people are so connected to her as a person. Can you guys all hear it well, by the way?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, listen.
When the nighttime comes, I give in to my cravings. I wake up the next day frustrated, confused, disgusted. I try to fix it by working out to compensate for last night's binge. But then it happens again and again and again. When will it ever stop? It stops when you let go of the idea of being too perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have fun foods. It's okay to forgive yourself whenever you mess up.
That slaps. This one blew up. All right. She's talking about her own experiences to a certain degree. And then she's also joining the conversation in a lot of individuals' heads that are struggling at a very deep level. So I want you guys to all watch that entire video a couple times. This one got 699 or 659,000 views. 87,000 likes, 370 comments, and 875 shares. All right. That's the power of posting a piece of content that joins people's conversations in their head, etc. You can do it on InShot. And also, guys, she just filmed this with an iPhone. She has InShot on her phone. She had an iPhone and a fucking tripod and filmed this entire thing in an Airbnb while she was visiting Kelowna. The reason why I wanted to show you guys those videos is because it paints the picture for them. All right. It paints the picture for them. The big mistake that I see in content creators, fitness coaches nowadays, especially in the fitness industry, is speaking to other fucking coaches. You guys are trying to help prospects online. Speak to them, their problems, their struggles. Speak to your avatar. Know your avatar. Join the conversation in their minds and finish their sentences. Again, if your avatar is a busy mom struggling with body image and weight problems, they most likely have no fucking idea what a calorie is. So talk to them. All right. Talk about how they're struggling with time. Talking about how they're using their children as an excuse. Talk about at-home workouts they can do in 15 minutes. Talk about healthy options for the whole family so they can have the kids happy and fun with their fitness journey. Stop making content for yourself to seem smart and make it for individuals that need you. And that wraps up my portion.
Bam.
Boom.
Right, so I want everyone to give Cole a round of applause. And I also want you to stand up. Ooh, do a little bit of a stretch. Fucking stand up, stretch it out. I need you fucking loose.
Bro, after that 19-mile ruck with 50 pounds, I definitely got to stretch. I'm fucking dying.
You gotta stand up, you gotta stretch, shake it out. Because your boy's about to teach you how to step-by-step lead gen from the content you just created. So I need your full attention, all right? I know we just did fucking 45 minutes straight of value, but I need you to buckle in because now I'm going to show you what to do. So, all right, so let's take over the creation process, right? So you guys get to a place where you're creating content like Cole suggested, and then you get people that are, interested. You get people that are engaging with your content. You get people that are liking your stuff, leaving comments, etc. What do you do with these individuals? I'm going to show you guys today, and we're going to break it all down. All right. So first things first is my little Canva slide. We're going to present full screen. I just want to make sure everyone can see this. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes,
cool. I love a good presentation, Brian. You know that, brother. Come on.
I love it. So we're going to, touche. We're going to talk about how to lead gen and make money over Instagram DMs. This is one of my clients, Danielle Martin. She made $21,000 in the month of January. And I show this to you because I want to show you guys what's possible. Now, my story is I started in a trailer park 10 years ago. I started in a trailer park, born and raised in Calgary, Alberta. I came from like a rough background where my family didn't really have a lot of money. And so growing up, I didn't really have a lot going for me, straight up. I was the only person in my family in 3 generations to even graduate high school. So we didn't have any money. We didn't have any education in our family. So I had to focus on developing skill sets. And one of the skill sets that I learned how to develop was business. Obviously, you guys learned from my business partner, Silva, how to create content. My specialty is I know how to do business very well. So I'm making $5 million USD plus per year. This is a screenshot of my Stripe. And I'm showing you guys that because if I can go from trailer park to fucking making $5 million plus per year, then you guys can do some damage too. And the best part about what I'm about to teach you guys today is all social media. Right. I'm sure that a lot of you guys came from Dane Health's ecosystem where it's like, there's like landing pages and you guys like learn about the stuff on landing pages. In my ecosystem, my online coaches are making $10,000 a month. They don't even have a website. They have a social media profile. They have an app to collect payments, and then they do their training plans, and that's it. So what I'm going to teach you guys today is how to make money using social media. Cool. It's likely you've been spoon-fed some BS from other business coaches already, so I'm just going to cut through all the fluff and give you highly actionable content. If you're excited, drop a hell yes in the chat box. I've personally seen a lot of business coaching presentations where there's absolutely like it's like 30 minutes in and you get the value. I'm going to cut right to it. I want to give it to you straight. What'd you say, Maria?
And just to quickly add to it, Brian, like a lot of people look at the results that you guys are getting and think, nah, man, this is bullshit, blah, 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 blah. Like, to verify it, like our sales team literally at the moment, every other day, we're getting someone from, the PT Domination ecosystem that's reaching out to us to either get qualified or upskill themselves. And a lot of them are students already at Brian and Cole's. And then when the sales rep's saying, what are you doing? They're like, oh yeah, I'm an online coach. I started 90 days ago. I'm earning $5,000 a month now online.
Is Patrick Hong still here? Pat, if you're still here, I'm
constant. It's constant.
Patrick Hong, are you still here? He was here earlier. That's okay. I'm going to share him. He was hanging out with us for a little bit. But anyways, back to what I was showing you guys. Cool. Highly actionable content. That's my goal today. Let's break down the top 3 mistakes when it comes to your lead generation efforts for your social media. Number 1 mistake that you guys make, I call it hope and pray marketing. Now, my definition of hope and pray marketing is you're posting on social media and you've got, maybe your landing page, your application, your bio, and you're just hoping that people apply for your program. How many of you guys do that? I'm not going to shame you. Just say me in the chat box if you do. You're hoping and you're like, just like, please, somebody apply. Like I need that revenue to go up. We're waiting for incoming DMs. We're waiting for people to apply. We're waiting for people to click that link in our website. Hope and pray marketing is one of the top 3 mistakes that online trainers make in their marketing. The second mistake that I think a lot of online trainers make, and unfortunately, I'm not picking on you guys, but let's be fucking honest. This usually comes with trainers that are educated. I call it educated and entitled. These are the people that are like, I have 6 years of training experience and I should be training all the clients. Like, it's not fair that all these new online coaches are coming onto the market and scoping up all the clients. Listen, the market does not care, period. It doesn't care about your certifications. It doesn't care about your background. It doesn't care about your knowledge. The market is going to respond to the person that's in front of their face, period, end of story. So you can either get on the bandwagon and start marketing yourself effectively using some of the strategies that Cole told you about, or you can watch all of these other brand new online coaches that just got certified yesterday start to scoop up all the clients because they're actually paying attention. Now, the third mistake that I think online trainers make when it comes to lead generation is landing pages with prices. Guys, when you're first getting started, you need to build authentic relationships with your clients, right? You need to interact with your clients. And so if your client sends you a DM, Maria, and they're like, hey, I'm super interested in working with you. Like, I would love to know a little bit more about your coaching. And you're like, great, go to my website. How impersonal is that, right? It's so impersonal.
I just want to jump in and say, like, even when they ask me about my prices, I'm like, I actually just want to hop on a call with you. And I refuse to provide my prices unless they hop on a call. Because if they don't want to hop in a call, they're probably not the client for me anyway. But I actually, from the very beginning, never, ever posted my prices online until I had a conversation with that person.
Smart. Okay, guys, if you want to make money in your through social media marketing, through your online coaching business, type I do in the chat. I want to make sure that you guys are all with me because I'm literally going to give you the step-by-step process of how to lead generate from your social media, where to find your leads, and what to say in the DM. So if you're excited about that, say I do in the chat box. All right. Here are the 5 places to find leads on Instagram. And I'm going to order them from hottest to coldest, meaning you should start with place number 1 and end at place number 5. Number 1 is Instagram DMs. Guys, Instagram DMs are where all of your hottest leads are. If somebody sends you a DM and they're like, Hey, Giannis, I'm really interested in working with you as my coach. That is the hottest place to find leads. That is the first place you should look for to find leads. Your job as the marketer, everybody write this down. My job as the marketer is to create call to actions that incentivize people to DM me. My job as the marketer is to create call to actions that incentivize people to DM me. All right. So I'm going to give you an example. Here's an example. If you guys go to my Instagram right now, at the real Brian Mark, hashtag fucking follow me. There's 112 people. I want to see 112 people follow me right now. Let's fucking go. All right. Shameless plug. I don't care. Cole, you didn't do it. I'll fucking do it. Whatever. So if you go to my Instagram right now, it says, I've helped 11 online coaches make $100,000 a month without using paid ads with a goat emoji, because I am the goat. DM me, I'm next for info. DM me, I'm next. So then anybody that DMs me, I'm next, that's somebody that's interested in my program. So Maria Barova, if you're working with a lot of women, then you could say like, I help women, blah, 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 blah. That's my tagline. And then your call to action could say, DM me toned for more info.
Yes,
right.
sir.
So what is a word that your avatar would use to, explain the problem that they're trying to solve? So as an example, fellas, those of you guys that are training men, if you're like helping guys lose weight, it could say, DM me 6-pack for more info. Do you guys get it? DM me fat loss. DM me, if you're working with moms, you could say, DM me fit mom. Make sense? Give me a thumbs up. I can see you guys. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Next, the second hottest place to find leads are story poll responders. Everybody write that down. This is where your second hottest leads are. Now, these are people who may not have it in them to actually message you. However, they are interested enough to vote on your polls. Right. So again, your job as the marketer is to create polls for people to engage with. Here's an example. You could put up a poll and it could say, do you prefer to work out in the morning or the evening? This is just one of thousands and thousands of potential ideas to create polls in your Instagram story. Another example you could put is like, what do you struggle with more, training or nutrition? And that's anybody that votes training. Anybody that votes training literally just said, hey, I need your help with fitness. Hey, I need your help with fitness. Why the fuck else would they vote on your poll if they didn't need your help? They said they struggle with fitness, or nutrition. So you're going to send them a DM, right? So your job as a marketer is to create polls for people to engage with. The third hottest place for you to find leads on your social media is comments on your Instagram posts. Now, these are people that are that will need a little bit of nurturing. But all you need to do is you need to start a conversation with a super easy message. One of my favorite that works really well is, hey, Maria, I really appreciate you commenting on that post. What was the thing that popped out the most to you? Hey, Cole, thanks so much for engaging in all my content, brother. I really appreciate you. Let's say you wrote a post. Let's say, Belinda, let's say you wrote a post about, the struggles of being a fit mom. And there's a mom that like commented on the post and they're like, hell yeah, girl. I absolutely love this post. I resonate with it so much. You could send her a message and be like, hey girl, thank you so much for commenting on my fit mom post. That like honestly means a lot to me. Like, what about that post resonated with you? And now you can start a conversation about that one thing that you guys talked about in the post. Does that make sense? We're building relationships on our social media. Everybody write this in the chat box. Booked calls come through built relationships. Booked calls come through built relationships. When you build relationships with people on social media, they're going to want to book a call with you. The reason that most of you guys are struggling to make money off social media is you're treating social media like a direct response message board. Buy my shit. You want to buy my shit? You want to buy my shit? Do you want to buy my shit? Like, we need to treat social media like a conversation. We need to have conversations with people. We need to be like, hey, like, thank you so much for interacting with my content. I appreciate you. Like, thank you for being here. It means a lot. Like, that sort of message to somebody that's been commenting on your post for a while is going to mean a lot to them. And they're going to open up about some of the things that they're struggling with.
Also, you'll never be too big to talk and message back to other people. Like, let the ego dial it down. You need to be responding to these people because you started in square one once. And if you're booming as a coach and you're that industry leader, don't be a dick and not respond to people. Like, there's no need for that.
I need to jump in there. I fucking agree. Guys, too many of you guys treat social media like a billboard where you go up, you make a post, you're like, my shit's great. My shit is great. And then people are like, your shit is great. And you're like, thanks, more of my shit's great. And you don't even acknowledge that they're on your social media. Like, you don't even comment back to them.
Can I say something, B?
Cool. Yeah.
So guys, I have 177,000 followers on Instagram and I have 986,000 followers on TikTok, and I respond to my shit. I answer as many DMs as I
Same.
possibly can on a daily basis. Why? Because I've literally had people send me voice notes being like, you just saved my life, actually. Because when you create content, you don't understand that it could change someone's life. Think about your favorite actor right now, your favorite motivational speaker, your favorite influencer. How have they changed your life? That's you guys. You can become that. And just a comment being like, thank you for watching. Like, you know how you'll like, if your favorite influencer responded to you, you'd be like, oh my fucking God. That's how people will feel from you as well. You are never too busy to give back to the individuals who love you.
And that's, I mean, I was speaking with Lane yesterday about this. He still does it to all of his people that message him.
Yeah. 100%.
Right? So like if Brian, Cole, if Lane can do it, you sure as shit can.
Beautiful. So number 3, comments on Instagram posts. Number 4, the 4th hottest place for you guys to find leads on your social media, potential clients to join your program, is likes on your Instagram posts. And I also bracketed story views here. Now, again, somebody that's commenting on somebody that's liking your Instagram post. I didn't put a like here, but I was supposed to. That's okay. These are comments. That's fine. You guys get it. These are supposed to be likes on your Instagram post. But again, these leads are going to require a little bit of nurturing. Here's what I'd recommend doing. Guys, write this down. Go to their profile and like and comment on a couple of their photos. Be social on social media. Be social on social media. This social media is not a billboard. Social media should be treated as a conversation. And when you treat social media like a conversation, you're going to notice people start to respond like, oh my God, I cannot believe Lindsay Honey just commented on my photo. I love that girl. She's amazing. I watch all of her shit. Oh my God, I cannot believe Kayla commented on my photo. That's amazing. She's so cool. She's so jacked. I love that. All right. Treat social media like a conversation. Number 5, the 5th place. I swear I replaced these photos. It's fine. It's all good. Number 5, the 5th place to find leads on your social media is your new followers. Guys, your new followers, they have no idea they're going to purchase your stuff yet, but all you got to do is you got to start the conversation and say hi. Hey, thank you so much for following me. Charlie, I appreciate you, brother. How'd you find my page? ? Hey, thank you so much for following me, Heather. You're the best! ! How did you find me? Hey, thanks so much for the support of my content, Laura, and following me! ! I just followed you back, smiley face. You just start in the conversation. All right. So this is how you lead gen. All right. This is what you need to do to lead generate. You start with DMs, and then you go to poll responders, and then you go to comments, then you go to likes on photos, then you go to new followers. Does this make sense? Everybody give me a thumbs up. Daniel, you good? Daniel Altilano, I see you, dog. Charlie, you good? Layla, you good? Lindsay Nichols, you good? All right, lit. Okay, so cool. That's where to find them. But what do you say? Yo, you guys, I like to over deliver. All right. Cole's briefly talked about how to market yourself effectively, but the truth is the better that you guys are at marketing, the more that you will have leads to interact with. And so if you focus on what Cole told you to do and you get better at creating a message that like smacks people where they're like, oh my God, that just stopped me in my tracks, you're going to have a lot of people to message and interact with. So the better, everybody write that in the comments, the better you get at marketing, the more that you'll have to interact with. Meaning the more that you study content, the more that you get better at scripts, the more that you post, the more that you have on your social media, the more that you will have to interact and lead gen from. All right, now let's get into the goodies. All right, let's get into the goodies. You know, I gave you where to find them, but I didn't give you what to say. So now I'm going to give you what to say. So I'm going to give you literally a full-on DM conversation. So let's just say that somebody is, you guys might want to take screenshots of this because this is a whole fucking DM script. Let's just say somebody comments on your Instagram post, Hales, and they're like, or they like your Instagram post, whatever. Step number 1 is a friendly opener. So all you're going to do is you're going to ask a question that has an open-ended answer. You're going to say, hey man, thanks for supporting all my content. I appreciate you. How long have you been following me for? And then they reply with, hey, my pleasure. I really love your content at the moment. I've just been following you for maybe over a year or so now. And then I'm going to say, I love it, bro. That's lit. So basically, no matter what they say, you want to validate them. Everybody write that in the chat box, validate them. So when somebody replies to you, you want to validate them. You don't want to ask the next question because that'll look like a fucking robot, right? If somebody's like, I've been following you for a year, you're like, great. What's your number 1 goal? They're like, what the fuck, right? You got to validate them. I love it, man. So do you got any fitness goals you're working towards at the moment? It's literally a very easy transition question. And then you say, I want to compete. That would be a huge milestone of mine, but I think I can do it by myself. Cool. I disagree with you. So I didn't say that in the DM though. Don't worry. Step number 2 is you need to ask permission. Everybody write that in the chat box. Ask permission. Asking permission means, do you mind if I ask a couple of questions to see if I can help? Do you mind if I ask a couple of questions to see if I can help? And then they're going to be like, yep, of course, ask away. Some of them might say yeah, but some of them might not say yeah. And if they don't say yeah, don't lead generate them because they're not interested. So if you're like, mind if I ask a couple of questions to see if I can help? And they're like, no, not really. Or you're like, cool, have a nice day. Like, don't lead gen them. That doesn't make any fucking sense. They're not interested. But if somebody's like, yeah, absolutely, ask away. Boom, now we're in the script, right? They give you permission, you ask them about their struggle. So you're like, well, you said that you wanted to compete. What are your goals for your show? And they're going to say, I want to win the whole show, potentially compete in summer shredding this year. I said, I love that. What would you say is the biggest struggle right now when it comes to getting ready for the show? So have any of you guys, does anybody have sales experience? Raise your hand. You have sales experience? So in sales, we need to uncover the problem or uncover the pain the prospect is going through so that we can guide them to a solution. Does that make sense? It's the same thing in the DMs. A lot of you guys aren't making money in the DMs because you're not uncovering their pain. People don't purchase your products. They purchase solutions to their problems. Nobody cares about your products. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your cool online fitness coaching program that you've put 100 hours of work into, that's 12 weeks long, that's going to grow their fucking, nobody cares. What they care about is whether or not your coaching program is going to help them get the result that they want. Does that make sense? And so we need to figure out what their struggle is. What's your struggle? And then they're like, getting all my macros in. Sometimes I'm over by a long shot. Sometimes I'm never really in the range where I need to be. Also being consistent in the gym is getting really hard. I get distracted easily. Step number 3 is to mirror their pain. Write it down. You need to reflect their pain back to them. So he said that he struggled with macros. So what do I say? I say, totally. Macros can be a challenge, especially if you don't have the right guidance. You know what I'm doing there? I'm fucking digging a little knife in. Macros can really be a struggle if you don't have the right guidance. Like, you need me, don't you? You fucking need me. That's why you're in my DMs. So you want to reflect their pain back to them, right? Totally. Doing macros can be a challenge, especially if you don't have the right guidance. And then look what I did here. I interjected a little bit of social proof. A lot of my best clients struggle with that. Somebody tell me what I'm doing with that line. What does that say? Somebody tell me what does that mean? Maria, go ahead.
That's basically showing your testimonial that you have clients that you have helped with this exact issue.
Ding, 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 ding. Exactly. We want to sub-communicate that we're working with clients that we've already helped with that problem. So then I'm showing them that I'm not. So notice, guys, notice how I'm not just rolling through the script. When I say rolling through the script, because we have a DM script inside of our coaching program, but it's like, it's question to question, but notice how I don't roll from question to question. What I do is I relate their goals to the question. So here's what I say. Instead of saying, what are the top 2 to 3 most important things you want to accomplish? I say, your show's coming up soon in the next 60 to 90 days. What would you say are the top 2 to 3 most important results you're looking for? So I'm not just asking him a question. I'm asking him a question and I'm relating it to a situation. Does that make sense? That is how you fucking become a DM master. You need to mirror their pain, reflect their pain back to them, and then ask them what their most important results are in the next 60 to 90 days. Now, this is where the good part is. So they tell me what his goal, I'm just going to go back. He told me what his goals are. In the next 60 to 90 days, I'm hoping to lean out completely while hitting my macros and maintaining some strength. And then I'm going to say, step number 4 is ask if they want some help. I love that everyone's taking screenshots. Y'all are gangsters. Y'all are smart mother truckers. That's what you are, because I'm giving you all the fucking sauce right now, right? What did I tell you at the start of the conversation? I said, my goal is to give you so much value that you could get results just from consuming my free content. And then I'm fucking out. That's how I know it's a good presentation. Step number 4 is to ask if they want some help. Asking if they want help is important because you don't want to get on the phone with the tire kicker. Like, let's say you're in the DMs with somebody and they're like not interested in some help. They're like, actually, I'm good. I do not want some help. Well, that would be a complete waste of time for you to get on a phone call with them because they just told you they don't want to buy your shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you want to ask them if they want some help. So hell yeah, would you like some help? Like, maybe, I don't know, it depends what you have to offer. That to me sounds like a motherfucker that wants to buy my shit. So I'm gonna book a call with him, right? Because I'm a salesman. All right, that's what I do. Maybe sounds like a fucking yes. Maybe is a yes and no is also yes. I'm just playing. Okay, so tell you what I'd like to do is hop on a quick 15 to 20 minute phone call to go over your goals of competing and your struggles macros. Guys, if you have a mysterious black box and you give it to your prospect, they're not gonna know what's in it and they're gonna fucking peace out. So when you're asking your prospects for a phone call, don't just say, let's hop on a 15-minute call. Does that sound good? Because there's the 15-minute call is a mysterious black box. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
what you need to do is you need to explain what's in the mysterious black box. Tell you what I'd like to do is hop in a quick 10 to 15 minute phone call, go over your goals of competing, your struggles of tracking macros, and I'll give you some feedback and see if I can help. And then we can come up with a game plan to help you win your show. Does that sound fair? Sounds like a pretty fucking good deal to me. Sign me up. He's like, cool, sounds good. Step number 5 is to book the call. Here's where you're going to send a Calendly link to book a phone call with you. And you want to make sure that they come back to the chat to confirm it. And guys, start to finish, that is how you book a call with a prospect, that literally. So we talked about, this is it. Step number 1, you open them. Hey, Maria, thanks for supporting all my content. I appreciate you. How long have you been following me for? Boom. And then ask permission. Fair enough. Mind if I ask a couple questions, see if I can help? Of course. You said that you wanted to compete. What are your goals for the show? I want to win. I love that. What would you say is your biggest struggle when it comes to getting ready? He tells me. Mirror their pain. Doing macros can be a challenge, especially if you don't have the right night. It's digging a fucking little. A lot of my best clients struggle with that. Your show's coming up soon in the next 60 to 90 days. What would you say are the top 2 to 3 most important results you're looking for? I'm looking to lean out while completely hitting my macros and maintaining some strength. Cool. Would you like some help? Maybe, I don't know. Tell you what I'd like to do is hop on a quick 10 to 15 minute phone call to go over your goals of competing, your struggles of tracking macros. I'll give you some feedback to see if I can help, and we can come up with a game plan. Does that sound fair? That sounds good. And then I book the call and bam, that's my next client right there. All right. Now, guys, this is only the tip of the fucking iceberg. All right. We've helped 277 online fitness coaches hit $10,000 a month with what we're teaching in our ecosystem. And just out of show of hands, who just got value from that? What we just fucking did. This is what we do. All right. The reason people trust us with their coaching business is because we like to get clients results. That's what we do. We've helped 277 coaches hit $10,000 a month. We've also helped we've helped 11 coaches cross that $100,000 a month barrier. And guys, these results are typical when you work with us for a long period of time. This is one of our clients, Mariah Fontana. In the month of February, she made $34.9 thousand. We got it with some new virtual assistants. This is our client, Eric Chang. He's been working with us for over a year and a half. He just made $18,000 in the month of February. Patrick Hong is actually from Australia, and he was on this call. Pat, are you still here? He was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here.
I saw him. Yeah.
I saw him with his little backwards hat. Anyways, Patrick Hong's from Australia. He made $30,000 in the month of February. Courtney Smith made $13,000, in the month of January. Courtney Smith made $13K. Guys, we've actually partnered with Clean Health, and we're going to be offering up to 45% off the Change Lives Academy. All right, here's how it's going to work. So Cole and I, who here got value from Cole? Raise your fucking hand. Yeah, that's lit. So Cole is the guy that audits your content. So we taught you how to create content, but obviously you're going to go and then you're going to create Christina Brooks, and you're not going to know if it's good or not. So when you show up to one of our calls, which are called content audits, Cole is literally going to rip apart your content for rips apart content for 2 hours. He's going to look at your content. He's going to be like, that's really good. That's terrible. Fucking stop doing that. Do more stuff like that. And he's going to give you step-by-step guidance on how to create better content that smacks. So we're going to give you the blueprint. We're also going to coach you how to use it, because I'm sure that you guys just learned something about my DM script, but how do you actually use this? What about when prospects have objections? And then when you book that phone call, what do you say? Our goal, mine and Cole's goal, the reason that we work so well together is because our goal is to get you to $5,000 within our first 90 days of working together. Cole is the content king. So when it comes to content, he's going to be the guy that's looking at your stuff and helping you get value. And my stuff is the strategy and the high level business tactics. And so for those of you guys that are looking to level up your content game, your lead gen, your business tactics, etc., Cole and I are here to help you do it. So 45% off. I believe, Dane, you've got the link for the page, don't you?
Yeah, you can bring it up on the screen. We've just shared the link there for you guys.
Okay, cool.
And whoever here wants to level up, hashtag me in the chat to make sure that you are held accountable to go check it out. I know you want to level up if you're still on this call, so you better be dropping that hashtag me in the chat, please.
So if you're in, type I'm fucking in the chat box for 45% off. And this is basically what it's going to look like. All right. So these are some of our clients on the Change Lives Academy. We are experts at getting clients to $10,000 a month USD. This is what we do. This is what we're known for. What's that?
There's Dom in the video, isn't it?
That's Don Lamb. Yeah, that's Don Lamb. He made $226,000 his record-breaking month. So we've got virtual classes. This is twice a week. You guys get, twice a day. There's 2 live classes. We've got an online curriculum with over 300 videos. And you've got coaches that have already done it. All right. So you're going to learn how to attract new clients to drive engagement, set up your core offer, sell online coaching packages at $1,000 per client, define your client avatar, high ticket leads with a 25% conversion rate, create laser focus in your business, make $10,000 USD per month, create an online community of raving fans, and access to over 10,000 PTs to see what's working right now, and business systems to help you scale your business. So guys, we partnered with Clean Health for a reason. We are an elite level coaching program. Phil Heath just came to speak at our last event. And so if you're interested in taking your online coaching business to the next level, right now you can get it for 45% off. So if you're serious about growing right now, it is $3,500 for the paid in full. Or if you're a Clean Health member, you're in the Clean Health ecosystem and you can show that you're registered in the course, you actually get it for $375 per month.
And I've put the course guide there for you guys as well. It gives you a bit more information on all. If you still feel like you want to find out more, you can book a call. But guys, like, you know, we've already seen so many of our top students come through this program and they're actually starting to monetize their passion and actually have sustainable careers in this online space. So I can't recommend it enough. You guys have got the link there. But I think what I like to do now is obviously, mate, guys, that content was fucking amazing. But we want to hold you here for a bit more because we want you guys to pimp a few Instagram accounts.
Let's pimp those IGs.
Who wants to get their Instagram account pimped up right now? Hands up.
Drop it in the chat box right now.
Me.
Yeah.
Can I get mine pimped?
Yeah, drop it. Drop it in the chat box.
I mean, there's always room to get pimped out.
Fucking Dane, do a screen share and pull up an Instagram account. That's what we're here to do.
Well, Maria, I'm
going to tell you how to optimize it for conversions, your landing, your first impression, and then Cole's going to audit your content.
So bring up.
Do a screen share, Dane. Pull them up.
Or are we going over Ollie first?
Huh?
Are we going over Ollie first based on this one? I'm pulling this one up. I'm doing it.
Oh,
you got it.
Okay, cool. Pull them up. Pull them up.
Share this. We're going over Ollie. We saw you first, so we're gonna break this down. All right. Let's hit it. So B, you can go first and break it down. Anything on the value that you
see. Ollie, I help women who are tired to feel uncomfortable with their body by breaking confidence. Who are tired to feel uncomfortable with their body by breaking. It's fucking confusing. So I need to know, like, this is like it's confusing. I don't really know what you're doing. I also think that you can optimize your tagline. So if you go to Cole, can you pull up my Instagram, please?
Yeah.
So you know where it says all these PTs. That's where you need to optimize your tagline. So what you can put, if you notice what mine says, is mine says the #1 rated business coach for online personal trainers. So what you need to do there, Ollie, is like, you know, you're a PT
right here too.
Right there, exactly. The #1 rated business coach for online coaches. That to me is way sexier than all these PTs. So what you need to put is like expert women's fat loss coach, right? That's what I would put right there. Boom. I help women who are tired of feeling uncomfortable with their body. Like who? What kind of women? How old are they? What do you help them with? Like, it's like with confidence, without restrictive diets, like be more specific. I want you to get more specific with that tagline. DM me confidence. Again, I don't think that like women are like boasting around being like, I need more confidence. I need more confidence. Give me more confidence. Like that's not what they're saying. So I think you need to get more specific with the language that the women are using. Apply here works good. If you're asking my professional opinion, your profile picture does not look approachable to women. Like that's not what I would say. It's like, you know, a woman that's looking to lose weight and gain confidence isn't going to see a picture of you in a tank top and go like, I trust that guy. So I'd get like a more professional photo of you smiling, headshot with like your shirt on. Yeah, Cole, go ahead.
No, so story. I like to look at a mini vlog, break it all down. So we have a little breakdown here. This is the first pause. Guys, do not cover anything that you share in your story. All right. Because what this does is it creates a distance of trust. Why the hell would I click on this if I don't actually know if I want to watch it in the first place? Where if I watch it and let's say the video is over 15 seconds, I'm going to see it no matter what, because even though stories have now transitioned to 60 seconds, shared reels do not show the entire thing. So make sure you have it on there. All right. I want to be able to see it clearly so I can click it and move forward. Next breakdown, we got the workout. Cool. Watch is broken. Got a little bit of share who your personality is. Dope. Oh, look at that, motherfucker. There we go. I did not realize that was going to happen, so I like it. So I want you talking on your story. Everybody write this down. At least one slide a day talking. That's a minute out of the 1,440 minutes you have in your 24 hours. So I want to see one talking story, all right, across the board. When it comes down to your content, I'm going to ignore all the pin posts because I just want to focus on the content that we're actually producing here. We got the reels breakdown because 71 views. Views aren't horrible. Let's dive into it. 1,300 followers right now. Let's go. Is this muted? Yes, it is right now. This looks like a little bit of a CTA. So the CTA, if you guys are going to be creating videos, All right, video content, reels, the content that I should be absorbing should be on the video itself, because I didn't even know what you were writing here. I was looking at the content, waiting for something to pop up. Does that make sense? All right, this is where my focus is. This is where the dopamine hit comes. You guys need to realize, listen to this for a second, okay? This is how quick people scroll on TikTok and Instagram right now. It's not a joke. You have less than 2 seconds to capture somebody's attention. All right. Meaning if you want to do a CTA, if you're going to be doing a 5130 post like Brian broke down, I would literally have 3 seconds of the video being like, if you want to lose 5 pounds in the next 30 days, ... Then the beat drops, boom, drop a fire emoji in the comments below. What is the best app for captions? It is called Captions. It is purple and white. Very simple. All right. Next post here. Again, you have a bunch written here. Have something that is either on the video that directs them to the caption saying like struggling with bingo arms, struggling to lose the fat around your back, struggling to lose your love handles, whatever. Read the caption for more info. The video is 3 seconds long, directs them to the caption, breaks it all down. Okay. Then obviously utilize this framework that we taught you in this breakdown. I'm not going to go too far into it, but this is a lot of like very in-depth paragraphs. It looks intimidating to an individual like me who does not like reading an insane amount of like lectures, which this is kind of what it looks like because it's so in-depth with the paragraphs. I'd move on. You guys should think about texting like you think and speak. All right. Brian and myself, the people hate texting me and B because we literally like, Brian, can you just type out like, hey, how are you doing and everything in the chat box? It's literally like one message, send, another message, send, another message, send. It looks like you're talking. That's how it is, right? That's how you actually talk to people. It's not like you're sitting there trying to break down an entire paragraph consistently. So that's how I want you guys to think about your written content as well. All right. Next breakdown. Same thing. So you are a male coach trying to train women. Get in the video. Get a tripod. Set it up, stand with your client, be in the video, walking through the tutorial, showing them how to do the movement. Don't just have a video of them working out and then a caption breaking it all down. If this all makes sense, drop a fire emoji in the comments below, Ollie. Very simple. All right. You got to join the conversation in their head, utilize language that these women are actually saying on a continual basis, keep the focus on the video itself, not the caption. And I would suggest you being in the video because if you're not, it looks like I'm hiring a female here, but I'm not. Right? So you got to be in it. Next, who we got?
Next.
Oh, that was fucking quick. Ryan, you're our client, bro. I'm going over your content tomorrow. 8 a.m. PST. 8 a.m. PST. All right. Let's go like this. Fit by Wendy. Fit by Wendy. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's pull this up right quick here. Boom. Wendy, if this is your social media, just drop a fire emoji in the chat. I want to make sure that we're not looking at somebody else. All right. We should be good though. All right, Brian, what do you see right away?
Wendy, did you change this up on the call? You clever. So Fit by Wendy, DM me Tone for more info. I love that, Wendy. Fire. Good job. I like how fast you implement. That makes me happy. Fit by Wendy. I don't think you should have Fit by Wendy in your tagline as well because it's just space that you could be using to optimize. That makes like that to me sounds like how can you put something there that would be attractive to your ideal client, Wendy? Like you need to think through the lens of your ideal client. If I went to your profile and I was your client, like what would I like to see here? One thing I absolutely love is I know that Cole's going to go through your content, but as a salesperson, as somebody that's good at like sales and marketing, like the top three fucking posts are phenomenal job. What I would say about the photo of you in the kitchen, I don't know if I would put the photo of you in the kitchen. I don't know if I love that as a first impression. If you're going to do a photo of you, I'd recommend maybe it being on stage. I think that adds more like authority and credibility. Fit by Wendy. So I'd put something there that's like a little bit more like catchy and like number one confidence coach for something like that. But use that tagline because it already says Fit by Wendy, natural bikini competitor. Your link tree. Take that link tree out of your bio if you want to make money.
Yeah, I agree. Because right now you guys got to look at squirrel brains. All right. This individual is going to click this and they're like, oh, one-on-one coaching. Oh, shit. Something brand. Oh, and they're gone. And then they're never going to fucking apply for your coaching program. So get that out. All right. I know you want to promote all this other shit, but unless you get paid by sponsors and a lot of money to get all this out and put your coaching bio there. Go ahead, B.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Story right quick. Let's break it down. There we go. We got proof on your story. I like to see that. You're checking in, talking about your hair, showing more proof on your story. I like that. Going for a walk. All right. Food. Little breakdown again, talking. Other than that, that's the only I guess critique I would have for your story itself. Everything else is good to go. All right. I love that. All right. I think you're doing a really good job with it. Coming down to your posts. All right. You got a cover photo of food. All right. Video has no sound. I'm assuming this was a fuck up, but if it was not, moving forward, never post a video with no sound. It only hurts you. So make sure you do have that on there. You said to boost it. Yeah. Don't boost it either. I would suggest not boosting it either. Again, guys, the potential of going viral or blowing up organically right now is just better than boosting in the first place. As soon as you start boosting, then you need to worry about AdWords. You need to worry about triggering like bad things in the algorithm. You need to worry about Facebook manager like processes. It's just way better to utilize yourself. It would be my suggestion. Like if you added a trending sound to this and then produce this video with it starting with you holding the finished product instead of you just like dumping ingredients in a bowl and didn't boost it, I bet you would do better. Sending it out.
I have a question. Wendy, Fit by Wendy, come up here.
Where is she at?
Say hi.
There she is. I see
Where
her.
you at?
Boom. Unmute. I just unmuted you. You can click it.
Wendy, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks.
Good. How much is your online coaching business making per month right now?
Oh God, don't even ask. Not much.
How much?
About £1,000.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, Wendy, you should be making 10K a month. I'm not blowing smoke up your butt. Like you've got a phenomenal profile. You've got a great physique. You're giving a ton of value. Like this to me doesn't look like a marketing problem. This looks like a conversion issue. It's likely the conversations that you're having in the DMs with prospects.
Yeah.
It's also likely what you're saying to prospects on the phone. Are you doing phone calls right now? Or are you doing applications?
Yeah, I had both, like applications, and then through the applications they go to the sales call, and then we are hopping on the call. But I feel like I have a problem with like sales techniques and how to book it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say something to you that's like super direct and right to the point. If you master your sales skills in the next 3 to 6 months, you'll be at $10,000 a month guaranteed. That's what you need to focus on. I know that's intimidating to think about, but that's what you need to focus on. So scroll up, Cole. Scroll up. What I want you to do, Wendy, is I want you to take Linktree out of your bio, because the reason you're only making 1,000 is because it's not easy to contact you. So prospects get squirrel brain, right? So when prospects click on your Linktree, they're going to get squirrel brain. They're going to be like, oh, this is really cool information, but then they're going to peace out because they squirrel. So you want to make it so easy for people to apply that even a 3-year-old could come to your Instagram and apply for your coaching program. So your only link that you put in your bio is like a direct line to coaching. Because how much is your one-on-one right now? Your one-on-one coaching?
£180
For how much? For how long?
Per month.
We need to increase that, but that's besides the point. And then how much is your
but no one wants to buy it.
We're not going to talk about that right now. That's another conversation for another day. And how much is your booty building program?
59 for those 12 weeks.
Exactly. So that's why you don't even want that to be an option that people can purchase. You want it to be like, you come to me and we do coaching one-on-one, and we get on the call and I serve you and I enroll you in my one-on-one program. And if you're flat broke and you only have $53 in your bank account, then you can do the glute program. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. You should join our program because we will change your life 100%.
I agree. I'm like coming down to this as well. I am going to touch on your content regardless of what B said about the breakdown of the 10K, because you have the potential to, if you just start sharing how you got this body. And what I mean by that is like, you're a fit individual. You are walking the walk. This is what we're talking about, guys, about being in the fitness industry while you're in the fitness industry. And what I mean by that is don't post this. How did you do this? That's what people want to know, right? Like people see you and they're like, I want to look like this girl. Like I want to fucking, I want to look at her. I want to look like her. I want to eat
actually,
like her.
like a lot of people are.
So then we look at this.
Dress up like a queen, show up like a queen, show up for yourself and push extra hard. Dress up like a queen.
I like it. Okay. Okay. Proof post. Good. So I want to see more of the tips and the workouts, etc. Guys, I'm an individual that like really believes in avoiding posting like an influencer. And what I mean by that is posting a photo with like a one-liner, unless it's a deep connection post or a connection post in general. Like when I had my brand new baby boy, I just posted a photo with him and I literally was holding him. And I was like, my legacy is finally beginning. And it fucking exploded because when people see that, it's a deep connection post. Where if I only have like 1,000 to 2,000 followers and I post a photo and I'm like I'm having a great day, nobody fucking cares. And then that's like the balance of social media. There was a tip that I learned. All right. By the way, Wendy, you're doing a good job. Like, we just need to expand in a very big way. Like you're doing very good. All right. Your authority's there. We just got to show people how to get that body. Okay. Deal? All right. There's a saying that I want all you guys to understand, and I'm going to unshare for a second. Peter McKinnon taught me this. All right. It was one of the reasons why I started to see traction on social media. Peter McKinnon, if you guys don't know who that is, he's got over 5 million subscribers on YouTube. He's a videographer and photographer. And he literally said, hey guys, you listening? He's like, stop posting videos saying my workout. I'm having a good day. I did this, because nobody fucking cares about you. That's how it is, right? Unless you become a Peter McKinnon with 5 million subscribers, or a Lane Norton with 700,000 followers on Instagram and that authority. Then you start caring about them. Does that all make sense, everybody? It's not a rude thing. It's just the truth. If nobody knows you have 1,000 followers and you're like, this is my full day of eating, they're probably not going to care, right? But if you switch it and you're like, this is what I eat to maintain this physique, they're going to pay attention. Again, it's joining the conversation. I want to break that down. We're going to want to go one more?
Yeah, we'll do one more. Let's do one more. Drop your first one and drop their Instagram handle in the chat. Go. Oh, boom. That was fucking fast. Who was that?
There we go. Also,
Hardy,
I just started. Fucking great.
Hardy, Layla, you want to pull it up?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
All right. So I'm going to look at your page for
conversion. There we go, girl. I fucking
Let's go. Layla is a clean health student. Let's just shout her out. Layla is a loyal clean health student. So
and just
I love you, Layla.
Side note, guys, below, if you guys want us to organize for Brian and Cole to come back next month, comment yes below. Obviously, the gents are really freaking busy, but I'm sure I can twist their arms and get them to come back on if they get the demand. Okay.
Hell yeah. I like it.
All right. So I see your profile, Layla. I actually love the profile picture. I think it's like clean. It's very easy. It's recognizable. It's like, it's got a brand. I like the look. I like the feel. I like the way it feels, etc. Hardy Layla Hardy. Again, this is something that I recommend for you guys, is like, use your tagline. Like, you can use your tagline, and your Hardy Layla is already your Instagram name. So your tagline could be like women empowerment coach, or like, you know what I mean? Like, you can use this to your advantage. To Instagram is also like a search-based platform. So if you type business coach for online trainers, like, my thing is going to come up, because it says mine. It's like, that's what Instagram is. It's a search engine too. So I would use that. I teach women and moms how to love yourself fit. So what does that mean? I would get more definitive with that. Like, what does that mean? Like, I teach women and moms how to burn body fat, gain lean muscle, and love yourself fit. Like, that to me is a little bit more descriptive. So I'd be a little bit more descriptive with your tagline. NASM CPT. I know this is another thing, is like, I don't necessarily think that people care about that. I'm just gonna be transparent. They don't. I like the postpartum corrective exercise specialist. That to me adds a little bit of like, that is like a specialty that if somebody came to your page, they'd be like, oh, interesting. But like, I would say 95% of online trainers are certified. So I'd remove that, and I would use a call to action instead. The postpartum corrective exercise specialist, I think that can stay there, because I think that is like, this is like what kind of makes you different. One-on-one coaching, I would be more specific. I would say apply for one-on-one coaching. Like, you want to make it very clear as to what you want to do. The pin posts, again, my marketer brain is kicking in. The pin posts, I would at least have 1 or 2 social proof posts, like Fit by Wendy did, because again, when somebody comes to your page for the first time, you want to make sure that like the first thing that they see is social proof, so that they know that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I literally want to touch on this for 1 second. Brian said it way nicer. I'm going to say it pretty direct. Take your fucking your credentials out of your bio, period. Nobody cares. Like, literally no one cares at all. Guys, I was a coach for 3.5 years. Brian was fitness coaching for what, 5 years, 4 years? And not one person was like, what are you certified under? Because again, they don't care. They just want results. All right. And then if they ask, you can tell them. But all this is doing is taking up marketing space. That's what I want you guys to think about. This bio needs to be broken down properly to draw people in. All right. I want to break that down. It's so nice when we like break down this content, and then I go and I'm like, it just literally sounds like yin and yang to the highest degree possible. Let's go into it and break it down. Okay. Body's in different stages of life, hydrating, glowing, connection post. So I like this. The direction, I would have changed up this. Okay. I would have did something along the lines of like, we're not always perfect. We go through different stages, ... like something along those lines, because then everybody's going to be able to relate to it. And then you're going to watch a little bit longer. But I like the breakdown that you started to do here, showing like different things that you went through. All right. The pregnancy, showing before and afterwards, the baby. I think that was done very well, girl. I think next time though, we just make this line, all right, hit the individuals we're trying to target. Does that make sense? Drop a fire emoji in the comments below if you guys are all following me. I'm breaking it down. Okay. Okay,
So
I like that.
cute.
That's fine. That's all good. I'm like the funny content like this is perfect. I'm like just right away. If we want to make this even funnier, all right, for next time, do like 5 seconds of this, 4 seconds of this, and then have it transition to your face where you're just dead staring at her. Just like shaking your head or something like that, or just like walk away, like something where it shows your emotion or your reaction to her, because it just creates that like family dynamic. But I think this is funny. I like it. Next one. Dope. So food videos. I'm going to give you guys an example. This is my wife. All right. She doesn't post all the time because let's be real, she doesn't enjoy posting all the time, but she's also not like fitness coaching right now. We just had our baby boy. But if I should show you guys this video right here, 13,000 views, and it's a fucking salad. Okay. It's the most boring food known to man. All right. It's not even like a nice, good steak. It's boring salad. But like, look at the difference. So it starts here. Okay. Going through it. Not bad. Definitely not bad. But the thing is that individuals, when they hit this follow button, guys, they are following you. Okay. They're following you. That's what they're choosing. All right. So you want to show you first. This is what me and Julia started to come up with. Something as simple as that. Just showing your face at the very beginning and then playing around with editing. She did the same thing. She did all this herself. I didn't help her with one thing. And she just does all the transitions. But just showing yourself at the beginning, right? Again, shows that social proof, shows you as an authority. Does that all make sense, everybody? All right. Again, another reason why you should be sharing your life. She posted this little video, all right, of our baby boy, and it fucking exploded. Like 36,000 views on Instagram, 39,000 views on Instagram, and over 100,000 on Facebook. And just showing our life. Because again, we are living regular lives. So we want to show you guys and break it down. Okay. Next one. Good. I want to challenge you in the future to talk a little bit. All right. One of the reasons why, guys, every single video that you will ever find on my page, not every single one, I mean, someone's going to go back and be like, "Oh, what about this one?" Is talking, because you guys have knowledge. All right. You have more knowledge than hiding behind and shredding audio. So speak. You're getting there so shy. I know you're just starting. It's completely fine. Like I said, this video is perfect. This has a massive place in your content creation process. I also just want to challenge everybody, not just you. You're just got the perks of being in front of everyone while I'm having this talk right now. Is utilize your voice. Okay.
Also, a quick tip, like if you're nervous about talking, like, you know, the new trend with like being mic'd up at the gym and actually talking while you're at the gym, you could always use voiceovers, and you can do that at home where nobody's really watching you do that. I've kind of experimented with both. And once you get ballsy enough, you'll be like, I don't give a shit what people have to say. And you'll have your mic on and you'll feel like a celebrity in the gym. But until then, you could do voiceovers. It's okay. So like everything you're typing in that video, you could do in a voiceover, and people are going to start like.
Side note to that, guys, like if you're here as a clean health student, you're involved in your community, your skill set and knowledge is already better than 80-90% of the coaches out there.
Yes, sir.
So like, just back your fucking self. Like, you know, as Brian and Cole mentioned, like we didn't even realize that a bunch of their top students were actually clean health coaches. So it's like that term, success leaves clues. I spoke about this recently. It's like, you know, when you can combine that kind of subject matter expertise in your knowledge as a coach, and then partner that up with the stuff that the boys are talking about today, how to position yourself, how to communicate to your audience, how to define your niche, how to sell your niche. That's where you actually grow an industry leading business and profile. So the two go hand in hand, you know, like today's trainer. Yeah, sure. You need to know how to get results first and foremost, but you also need to know how to communicate and sell to them. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to have a long career.
100%. You're doing a great job, girl. I know you just started. Don't stress yourself out. Again, voiceovers can be done two ways. You guys can get microphones like this, but it costs a lot of money and a lot of you guys are just starting. So do what I did. All right. I built my account on TikTok to 300,000 followers doing voiceovers by taking my phone into my closet, pushing the clothes to the side and talking into my microphone like this, and then downloading the sound in InShot. That was it. That's how I created every fucking voiceover until I had 300,000 followers, and then I transitioned out. But there we go.
Well, look,
Oh.
team, I mean, on behalf of Clean Health, Brian Cole, I want to thank you guys for coming on board. Brian, if you could share the application link now for the guys to obviously get that special offer on the
Boom.
program. Obviously, we got enough of you guys. So I'll work with Brian and Cole to get them back on next week. But Brian Cole,
Thank you guys so
Thank
much. And to
you.
all of our
Thank
Clean
you.
Health students who showed their face today, thank you so much. Make sure you DM us. We're always here for questions, interactions. Clean Health is here to help you. I know PT Dom boys are there to help you, and put yourself out there. I want you after this call to take some piece of advice that they gave today and put yourself out there. Do that voiceover, do that story talking post, and tag us. All right. We are there
Exactly.
to hype you up.
That's your homework.
And yes, and I will say this, if one person walks away from your content being impacted, you've won. All right. You don't need millions, you need one. So take that with everything that you post. If one person can take away something, you're already winning. Let's freaking go, team. Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome presentation.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate you guys. Have the best day ever.
Talk to you guys
Bye,
soon.
everyone.
All right? Have a good
Bye,
one.
guys.
Bye.